You are welcome to today's tutorials on Maths Messiah. Today's topic under discussion is subtraction of numerals using algebra chips. We have several methods of doing this operation, but in this lesson our focus is going to be the use of algebra chips. So let us start with some examples, starting from the easy ones to the difficult ones. Watch this video to the end and you will find out the difficulties that are involved in using algebra chips to subtract two or more numerals. Let us start by doing some small exercise on the addition, then we gradually move to the subtraction. So let's say we have 2 plus 4. If you are to use algebra chip to solve this operation, what you do is, because the first number is positive, what you do is to create positive algebra chips. So we have the positive, we have created 2. But first of all, if you draw the chip without crossing it, that one represents the positive numeral. But if you draw and you cross it, that one also represents the negative. So we are going to use this throughout. So whenever I draw it in this way, then it is positive, but in this way, it represents a negative numeral. Okay, so now let us continue. So we have the 2 positive chips, and we are going to add it to 4 positive chips. So we have to write another 4 positive chips, and after adding them you count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So meaning the answer for this question is 6. Okay, now let's solve this. Negative 3 plus 5. Negative 3 plus 5 will be equal to what? So using the algebra chips, we will first write 3 negative chips. So we have this one, another one which is 2, then this one will be 3. Then we create positive chips. We create 5 of them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what you do here is to cancel out. One negative chip will cancel out one positive chip. So this one will cancel this one out, this one, and this one also cancel. So how many are left? We have 2, and these 2 are positive. So this suggests that our final answer is positive 2. I hope you understand it to this level. Let us graduate to another level. When you have 6 plus, you have into bracket -4 equals to what? So here, what you have to do first is to draw or to write the positive chips, that we need 6 of them. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Then you create the negative chips for the 4. So we have -4 here. We have -4 here. So what we do is to create 4 negative chips. We have 1, 2, 3, and then 4. As we did for the first one, we cancel out. This one will take this will take away this will take this, and this will also take this. And our answer will be positive 2, because the 2 remaining chips are positive. Okay, let's go on to our next example. We have into bracket -4 plus -7 equals to what? You can try your hand on this. You pause the video, you try your hand, then after that you continue to check if your answer is correct. So first we have to create -4 chips. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we create another -7 chips. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, because we have all of them to be negatives, we count all and put them together, because we are adding these 2 negatives. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So our final answer will be -11. I think this is very easy to solve. Now, let's say we have given you the following problems to solve. We have 6 minus 4. The next one is 4 minus 6. We have 4 minus 4 minus 6. Also here, we have -6 minus into brackets -4. We have 4 minus into bracket -6. Then we have -4 minus into bracket negative 6 here. So all this problem that we have, how are you going to use algebra chip to solve all of them? So we are going to take them one after the other, then we solve, so that at the end of it all, you will know how to go about it. Either you are learning it or you are going to teach someone. So if you are a teacher, this is the simple way that you can use to teach your learners how to subtract numerals by using algebra chips. So quickly, let us take the first one, and let me draw your attention to something here before we continue. The negative sign that you see over there means take away. So it means that you are to take away. So take note of that. Anytime that you have a negative to be like this form, it means take away. So the take away form, we also have another one here. Then we have another one here. The reason why we call it take away in this form is we have a negative here and we have a negative here, and this one too, we have a negative here. So the two negatives, this one becomes take away. So take note of that. We are going to apply it throughout the working. So let's start with the first one, and for the purpose of this work or this discussion, I'm using 6 and 4 numerals because I want you to know some differences. If you look at the position of the numbers, you can see that it has been distorted, and for the purpose of this video, that's why I've taken only 4 and 6 for you to take note of how the numbers can be positioned, and the position of the numbers shouldn't make you think it is difficult. So that's why I've used only 4 and 6, but we will solve examples that involve other numerals too. So let us move forward. So the first one, we have 6 minus 4. What will be the answer using the algebra chips? So you first create positive 6 algebra chips. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it is minus 4. So we are going to create negative algebra chips, 4 of them. So we create them here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the end. Then what we do is the negative will take one positive like this, like this, like this. Then this one also take this one away. So we have 2 positive chips remaining. So answer is positive 2. You can try your hand on this. Pause the video and try your hand on 8 minus 2. You can simply tell the answer, but you have to work at least in order to be perfect. When you practice, you become perfect. So we create our 8 positive chips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we create 2 negatives. So we have 1, then 2. We cancel them out. This one will take this, and this one will also take this. We have how many positives remaining? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our answer will be positive 6. We are moving gradually to the difficult level. So if you stop watching the video, you wouldn't know how to solve those ones. So let us move on to the other problem. When the 4 comes to the front, then we have minus 6. So you see that now the 4, the positive number is at the front, which is, let's say, a smaller figure, but 6, which is the bigger figure, has come after the negative sign. But the first situation, you realize that 6 was here and 4 was here, but now we have interchanged them. So this one too, you are going to use the same format as we used for the first ones. You create 4 positives. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you create 6 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then they cancel out one by one. You realize that we have 2 negatives remaining. The answer is going to be negative 2. I hope you are okay with this one too. Okay, then try your hand on this. We have 9 minus 11. What will be the answer? Use the algebra chips. Pause the video and try your hand. So here we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have created 9 positives. Then we create 11 negatives. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11. So we can cancel out. This one will take this, cancel them out like that. Then we have 2 negatives remaining. So the answer is negative 2. Let's move on to problem number 3, which is when you have negative 4, negative 6, what will be the answer? So that one, so you create 4 negative chips. So we have this 2, 3, then 4. Then we create additional negative 6 chips. So that one too, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is the last one. Then we have, when you count all, you have 10 negative chips. So the answer is negative 10. Try your hands on this one too. Negative 3, negative 8. What will be the answer? You create 3 negatives, then you create another 8 negatives. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When you add all, you have negative 11 chips. Let's go to the next one, where we have negative 6, negative into bracket, negative 4. So use the algebra chips to solve. How are you going to do it? As a reminder, I told you this negative sign here represents take away. So the idea here is you have negative 6 chips and you are to take away negative 4 chips. What will be the answer? So let us start. We will start by creating 6 negative chips. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are to take away negative 4 chips from this negative 6 chips. So that is the idea. Take away. So the sign here is take away negative 4 chips from negative 6 chips. So we are going to take away 4 negative chips from the 6 negative chips here. So we are taking away this. So we have this. So you take away this negative 4 from it. The remaining becomes the answer. So we have negative 2 remaining. You can confirm your answer even if you don't use the algebra chips. You obviously see that the answer is negative 2. This is how we go about it. Mind you, because the number here is bigger than the number here, when you create the first negative 6 chips, you realize that you have enough negatives to take away. So I want you to take note of this. We have 6 here, we have 4 here. So when you create the 6 negatives, and you are to take away 4 of it away, you have enough to take away. That is why we were able to take this one away. Then we are left with this. I want you to get this concept. Okay, knowing this, how will you solve this one? When you have negative 10 minus into bracket negative 3, solve it and get the answer. Pause the video and solve, please. Okay, now you have to create negative 10 of the chips. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have finished creating this. And the next number here is negative 3. And we have enough to take away. We have enough of the negatives to take away. So we take away this portion, that is the 3. We take it away. And what is left is the answer. So we have how many left? We have negative 7 left. This is very, very easy, but with this simple trick using the algebra chips. Okay, now that you are abreast with this one, let's move on to the next one, which is when you have 4 minus into bracket negative 6. So you see how this case is also has been presented. So, or if you look at the question, the position of the numbers are different and each of them has a special way of solving it. So let us look at this one, how you'll be able to solve it. Now, remember, this is takeaway. Okay. Now we have positive 4. So what you do is to create 4 positive chips. But look at it. We are to take away 6 negatives. Is it possible? It is not possible to take away 6 negative from 4 positive chips. So what we do is we have what is called zero rule. Zero rule. The zero rule says that when you create negative, create 8 corresponding positive. So let's say I have this negative, I'll have to create 8 corresponding positive. That is, they are friends. Let me say it like that. So if I create another negative, I have to accompany it with his friend. That is the positive. When you create another negative, let us go with another positive. So as you create negative, create positive to accompany it or to go with it. That is the meaning of zero rule. So now, how many negatives are we going to create? We are going to create 6 negatives. And the 6 negatives that we are going to create, they should have their friends going with them. I hope you understand it now. So now we are creating the 6 negatives. Using the 0 rule, I will create 1, then its friend will come here. 2, the friend will come. 3 here. 4 here. 5, this is it. Then 6, we have it here. What you are going to do is we are going to take away -6. So how many -6 do we have? We are going to take away the -6. So we have this -6 to take away. So we take away this -6. And how many positives are remaining? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 of the positive left. So the answer is positive 10. Solve this one yourself and see if you have mastered what we just did. Do this. That is 2 minus -5. Pause the video and do it. Okay, if you have finished, then let us solve it. You create your first positive, that is the positive 2 over here. So we have 1 and 2. And we are to take away 5 negatives, chips away. Then you see that we don't have enough negative chips to take away. We don't have enough of the negative chips to take away. So what we do is to create them, and we apply the 0 rule. So we have negative chip over here, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5. And they have their corresponding positives. So whichever way you do it, either you finish creating the negative, when you finish you create the positive, or when you create one negative you create one positive, as it goes. Whichever way that you like it, they are all the same and they all give you the same final answer. So we are to take away this -5 away. Then the rest we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 positives chips remaining. I hope you have mastered this very well. So I think we can now move on to the next one, which is also very interesting. And we have -4 minus -6. What will be the answer for this using the algebra chips? So straight away we will create our -4 chips. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And the question says that we should take away -6 from it. You see that we don't have enough. We don't have enough of the negatives to take away. So what we do is we will create additional negative chips so that we will be able to take away the negative 6. But in this case, we will apply the zero rule, but we don't have to create another 6 chips. No, we don't have to create another 6 chips. What we will do is we will create additional chips so that we get up to negative 6. Instead of creating another negative 6, no, we are going to create 2 in addition to make it 6. So we have this negative chips 2 added to it so that it becomes enough. And we apply the zero rule over here. So the 2 that we created, they should go with their friend, that is the positive ones. So you see the difference between this question and this question. That is why I told you that I'm using the same numerals to do the explanation, and I will change the signs and their positions so that you know what we are doing very well. So that when you get different numerals apart from 4 and 6, you'll be able to identify and do them. So you see that now we have the 4 at the front to be negative, but if you look at the previous one, the 4 at the front here is what? Is positive. So you saw the approach, how we solve it. In this one, we created additional negative 6 chips. But in this case, we are not creating additional negative chips, but we are creating up to the negative 6. So we need only 2 negatives in addition to make it negative 6. I hope you get it now. You have to practice this till you understand it very well with the differences in the signs and the numerals. Okay, now getting this, we are going to take away, because the sign here is take away negative 6. Other than that, you go and cancel like this. No, you will come back to square 1. But here, we are not cancelling, but rather we are taking away, because the sign here says that take away. So we are taking away this negative 6 chips. So the answer is positive 2. Is it well understood? Then try your hand on this. Try your hands on this one. We have negative 3 minus into bracket negative 7. Solve this before you continue. So if you are finished, now let us all solve together here. So first, you create your 3 negative chips. Then you are going to take away 7 negative chips. That is negative 7. But the negative chips here are not up to 7 for you to take away negative 7. You don't have enough of the negative chips to take away. How many negatives do you have to create in addition to get the negative 7? You have to create additional negative 4 chips. So we have this one, you create its corresponding because we are using the zero rule. Don't forget, when you are creating the additional, you create its corresponding positive. So we have this one here, this and this, and this. Now we have the -7. So what we will do is we are taking away all this negative. We are taking away all this -7 away. Then we are left with 4 positive chips. So the answer is 4. This is all that you have to know. So we have a combination of all of them here where you can try your hand. Then after that, we all solve it together. Pause the video, solve it, and know how you have mastered it very well. When you have -10 minus -3 plus we have -5 minus into bracket -7, what will be the answer? So here what you do is you take this first part, then you write you can group it into two first. Yeah, you can take this side and work. After that, you take this side and work. When you finish, then you solve the rest. Okay, so now we are going to create 10 negative chips. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. And here we are to take away -3 from the -10 chips that we have created here. So simply we take away these 3. So we take away the -3 from it. And taking away the -3, we are now left with -7. Now let's come to the other side where we have first we have -5. So we create -5 chips. That is 1. Let me change the color. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, we are creating up to 5. So this is up to 5 negative chips. Now we are to take away -7, but it is not enough to take away 7 negative chips from 5 negative chips. So we have to apply the zero rule. We create 2 in addition and we use the zero rule here. So what we will do is we will create additional 2, then we take away all these -7 chips. So we are left with +2. So now you realize that we have plus 2. Now solve this one. So what we do is to create 7 negative chips. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 7. Then we create 2 positives. So the 2 positives, we can create it here, 1 and then 2. For this one, we can cross them out. So this one will take away this will take away this. So how many remaining? We have 5 negative chips remaining. So the final answer is negative 5. So we have negative 5 over here. That is the answer. Let's look at the last problem for the day. You have 9 minus 12, or in the bracket minus 12 minus 9. So what will be the answer for this one? So first, when you take this side, we will create 9 positives. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 positives. Then we create 12 negatives. 12 negatives. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So what you do is, this one will take this one out. We cancel them out one by one. Then we are left with what? The negatives. We have 3 of the negatives. I hope you get it now. Now let us concentrate on this side. First, we create 12 positives. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Then we create 9 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then 9. So what we do is to cancel them out like this. Now we have 3 of the positives left. So we have negative over here as we have over here. Then the positive 3 will come. I hope you get this one. So now we are going to solve this also down here. We have negative 3, so we have to create negative 3 of the negative chips. So we have 1, 2, 3. Then we create 3 additional negative chips. That one too will be 1, 2, then 3. In total, we have 3 plus the 3 negatives, so we have negative 6. So our final answer will be negative 6 for this problem here. This is how we use algebra chips to help students to learn better when they are doing subtraction of numerals. So teachers, students or learners, this is the end for this session, and in other sessions we will come up with more of the problems. If you like this video, please subscribe to this channel. Press on the subscribe button and you will get more videos as and when I upload them. Thank you for watching. Practice will make you perfect. Bye bye.